Hello, everybody. My name is GeneralArse, and today we are recording the podcast on the day of the release of this podcast. So if you've been sitting there and you've been refreshing over and over and over, thinking, where the flip is it? Well, here it is, and I'm sorry I'm late. WOLseeker's also sorry. Isn't that right, WOLseeker?
No. Here we go. Here comes the takedown. They're gonna take me down.
You don't GAF, dude, which stands for give a fish.
Red text. He messed up. And it's like a close up of my face.
He ruined his career?
It's over? Question mark?
He will never work in the industry again? Question mark?
Never again.
Never ever. But yeah, welcome to episode 82 of the Generally Speaking podcast. I'm GeneralArse. That's WOLseeker. I stuck my finger up your nose to point at you. There he is. That's him.
That's where I am.
And this is gonna be probably mostly me talking about my trip to London. Because I want to like record this podcast quick. I also have to stream in a bit. So I went to London last weekend on Friday, and then I came home really late on Sunday, and then on Monday I finished editing a video that's coming out tomorrow on this channel, and I finished editing it mostly. I still had some stuff to be done, and I did that on Tuesday, and then yesterday on Wednesday I was going to record this podcast, but I came home from work and I got knocked the fuck out. I fell asleep on my bed and woke up at like 7 or something, 7:30 maybe, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'm recording the podcast either next week or doing it quickly tomorrow. So here we are. We're doing a short and sweet and quick podcast today for you because we love you. Ain't that right?
Today.
Yeah.
Right now.
Today, Junior. That's from the movie The Smurfs. I think Neil Patrick Harris says that. Come on, man. Come on. You have to believe me. Come on, man.
Well, I've never seen The Smurfs, so sure.
The only thing I remember about the movies is that Neil Patrick Harris is in them because they like go find humans or something, and lo and behold, it's Neil Patrick Harris, and there he is.
Whoa. The real deal.
Anyways, let's talk about the London trip. So this was a work trip. I talked about it in the last podcast, I think. My workplace, which sells auto parts, was having their like 30th anniversary or something like that. And they decided we're gonna invite everyone to the UK, mostly to London.
Whoa.
But we didn't just go to London, so I'll talk about it. And it was all expenses paid by my workplace. So everything else that was just like, if I wanted to buy stuff, for myself and whatnot, that's on me. But the plane tickets and the hotel rooms, all that stuff, prepaid by my workplace, and also the dinners each night. So that was really nice. Did have to pay for lunch, but we bought a cheap lunch anyway, so it was fine.
Cheap lunch? What? 2 eggs and a tomato?
Actually, 1 egg and a slice of tomato, but close enough.
Whoa. London.
So, that's London for ya.
That's London.
We on Thursday last week when I got everything ready, I had packed everything. I made sure to put everything that I was taking with me in like one spot so I wouldn't forget about anything. My passport and everything was just like ready for me when waiting. And then I had like planned so hard that I was just like, okay, I'm gonna like go to sleep at 8 and not be late. And then I started watching, because I've been watching The Boys for the past couple of years, as it's been releasing, and the last season is running right now, and I hadn't finished season 2 of like their little spin-off thing called Gen V, and I wanted to finish that because I had started watching it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch these 2 last episodes that I need to watch before I go to sleep. So I started watching them, and then on the second episode, I fell asleep and woke up again, and it was already like 9, and I was just like, fuck, I gotta finish this episode, and I finished it, and then I was just like, okay, I have everything, okay, everything good, and I went to bed, and I think I managed to fall asleep at around like 10 p.m. in the evening, and I thought, because the last time I traveled, when I went to Sweden to visit my friends over the holidays, I woke up several times in the night and didn't get much sleep because I get nervous thinking I'm gonna like miss my flight and whatnot. This time that didn't happen. I didn't wake up like until at 4 a.m. on the dot, which is when I needed to wake up anyway. So I was just like, okay, that's perfect. And I just woke up and I fucking got my stuff and I waited because my boss was picking me up, and then we went together. He showed up like 20 minutes later or so after I woke up and I was done like brushing and doing everything, and then I just we go pick up 3 other guys who were sitting in the back seat, and then we're just like hanging out when we go to the airport. Yippee! No problems there. At the airport, also no problems. They didn't really pay for luggage for everyone, so I just had like a small backpack, which is fine. It's just one weekend, so I packed. I was wearing pants and a shirt, and then I packed another pants and shirt combo, and I also like some pajamas to wear while I'm at the hotel. Since everyone had like a roommate, everyone had at least one roommate that we're staying in, and I'm gonna put these pajamas down. Oh hey, Batman's in here.
Damn, Batman's here.
Special guest. That's my cat, for anyone wondering. The literal Batman is not in my room. He's not real, by the way.
What?
Huh? But yeah, at the airport, when I thought it was gonna be smooth sailing, I'm going through TSA, and they pull my like bag aside once it goes through like the scanner, and then some guy is just like Icelandic English, and I'm like Icelandic. He's like, all right, I'm just doing a random check, and I'm just like, okay. He's just he has this thing that he kind of I don't know, strokes over the bag, not in a weird way or anything. And then he just like shortly after he goes, okay, you're good. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I guess. I don't know.
I was stroking for a vibrating bomb.
Yeah. Batman, what are you doing? Hi.
That, just so you know.
Hello. Batman is on the microphone right now. I don't know if you can hear him. He is here. He's on the mic. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. He's saying, I missed him so much when he was in London. He was gone for 3 days. Oh, the humanity. Yeah, so, and then me and the guys, we just like, wait, the first thing I had to do before we go, buy breakfast and whatnot, is we went to like the electronics store that you used to work at. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. And we had to make sure to buy the Britain patented fucking not internet, the plug, like the socket. They got the internet. Socket. Yeah, the little electrical socket, because they have, for some reason, everybody has like different ones. Here's an idea. Stop doing that, and everybody use the same one. Thank you. Preferably the one we use in Iceland. Thank you. A couple years ago, I think it was like 2 years ago now or something, iPhone got like forced to use USB-C or something. Why can't we do that for all these electrical sockets? Just like force every country like to use the same one. Come on,
Because
please.
Britain isn't in the EU.
Yeah, that's the reason. You're right. Fuck, I'm stupid. No, but it's not just the. It's just silly, isn't it? It's just silly, isn't it?
That's on them.
Yeah. But there's multiple different ones though. There's
Like what?
isn't there like different ones also in like the Australia or something like that? There's not just like 2 different sockets, are there? I'm pretty sure there's more. How many
There
electrical?
are a few more electrical plug types.
How many electrical socket types are there? There are 15 distinct types all over the world. So Europe and Russia use the same one. There's type E, which is used in France, Belgium, Poland, Slovakia, and Czech Republic. There is type D, which is used in India. There is type I, which is Australia, Argentina, China, and New Zealand. Type J, which is in whatever the fuck that is. What is SUI? Is that
Stupid unified interface.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not sure actually.
Imagine if countries like grouped together, like teamed up based on their like electric plug type, you know?
Yeah.
So it's Russia and Europe and like whatever you just said earlier. China,
and then
New
we
Zealand.
and then we all go to war. Yeah.
Okay, listen. If every country in the entire world uses the same plug type, that's gonna be like world peace achieved. You know.
You're right.
If we can
Why haven't we done that?
If we can break that barrier down, greatness is just like a step
Greatness
away.
is beyond the. It's beyond the border. The border. The horizon. Fuck. That's the saying, I think.
Greatness is beyond the horizon, zero dawn.
Greatness is just beyond this locked door that I can't open. What the hell? So yeah, we bought the socket, and then we just like some of my coworkers went and immediately bought alcohol, which I was not about because I don't drink that much. Yeah, I'm a lame-o. But I also just I don't want to be a nuisance on the plane or anything. So I was just like, fuck this. I'm just gonna have a slice of pizza, and I did that. I bought like a slice of pizza at a little smaller restaurant. I'm a pizzaholic.
That's a bit.
Because I hadn't eaten anything, so on the plane there was like no problem. Though before we get to the plane, oh no, this was when we landed, and also when we came back to Iceland. Okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Sorry. So we're on the plane. I'm sitting in an aisle seat, which is I'll do what? I'll what? You what? I'm sitting in an aisle seat, and it was pretty okay. I was sitting next to 2 people who were just very normal people, no kids or anything. So I was just like, oh, thank God. And I watched the Pizza movie that came out a couple weeks ago.
Movie.
Yeah, with Gaten Matarazzo and some other people. Oh, Elijah Wood is. No, wait, Daniel Radcliffe. Sorry, is a voice in there. He plays the butterfly. Apparently, I didn't even notice it was him. It's like a stoner comedy. I didn't love it, but yeah, it was okay. I laughed a few times.
Stoner comedy.
Yeah, stoner comedy. It's about these 2 guys who are in college and they're kind of losers, and then they're getting like bullied and stuff, and they just want to like
turn into pizzas.
They just want to like drink or whatever because it's the weekend, and they're gonna drink, but somebody smashes their bottle. But then because they had like a fight, they discover that in their ceiling somebody years ago had like hidden some kind of drug there, some kind of pills, and they decide to take them. And these pills, they like don't know anything about them, but they start making them do crazy shit. I think I don't remember what it was, but they start panicking and they like Google the drug, and there's one YouTube video or some shit, and it like explains to them like, oh, like this is what this drug is, and it has like 6 stages, and each stage more weird than the last. But then the last stage is like, oh, this is the final stage, and it's called you get visited by your worst nightmare and get fucked by chainsaws or something, and the only way to stop the drug's effects from working is to eat a specific type of food, which is pizza. And it's just like, oh, okay. So, yeah, that's the goal of the entire movie. It's not really a spoiler. I haven't spoiled anything. It's just them going to eat pizza, I guess. There you go. It was, like I said, it was kind of just like whatever. But I watched that along the way, and then I also watched one episode of season 5 of The Boys. I've been watching that now. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's the final season.
Final season.
Yeah, this is the finale. That Gen V show that I watched, like the spin-off of, also only had 2 seasons, and it got canceled. Like by the time I got to like the 3rd episode of season 2 or something, I was like, all right, I'm gonna finish this. It's 8 episodes long, and I was like, I'm gonna finish this. And then I get just like, I see on Reddit like a day after, oh, they're canceling this one. And I'm just like, okay, great, that's whatever.
It's over. Sorry to all
they're not gonna make this one anymore.
Gen V fans.
The 5 Gen V fans. But yeah, I started watching an episode of The Boys. I think I was able to watch 1 episode on the plane before we landed, because this was a 3-hour flight, and the movie that I watched was already an hour and a half, and then this episode was an hour long. But I also fell asleep for a bit, so yeah, I finished 1 episode. And so when we were in London, I had like this problem where you have to go through these checkpoints where you put down your passport, and then it's like supposed to scan your face or something, but it just would not fucking work with mine. And went like, you need assistance, special assistance, and so I had to like get in like a line where there was a bunch of people already in that line, so I probably stood in line for like, I want to say 15 minutes before it was my turn. And then it was like standard procedure, just them asking like, oh, like, where are you coming from? How long are you staying? Have you been to the UK before and whatnot? Also, I've always been asked by those like checkpoints, like, what do you do for work? And it's like, why do you need to know that? What do you do for work? I make chemicals. And they're like, uh-oh, don't let them in. No, I just told them I sell like auto parts, and they're like, okay, lame, get out of here. They let me in, and then we go on a bus, because so we're not in London for the first day. The first day, what? We go... Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you. I'm sorry. Well, you betrayed me. So we're going to this small town called Banbury in Oxfordshire, I think it was. In Oxfordshire. And it's like an hour and a half drive away from London. And so we get on a bus and drive straight to Banbury, and we're meeting up with one of the kind of cooperators that we have at my workplace. Like, it's this this big auto parts shipping company and stuff. They don't manufacture any of the parts, I think, or they just like ship out a bunch of stuff. They have like a huge warehouse, and most of the stuff that they have is just auto parts. And yeah, we went and visited them. They they first offer, like, we went into their warehouse and walk into like this big room that's kind of like a classroom. Everybody was like joking, like, oh, it feels like I'm back in school, because they had like these tables set out in kind of like a classroomy. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a horseshoe kind of shape facing one way into the room, and then there was another couple of tables like in the middle of that, so it was kind of just everyone facing one way, towards the towards a big wall where they had a projector on, and they just show us a bunch of slides about what we're gonna do for the day, which was like the first couple of slides that they show us, and also like just some security slides, because of course we're gonna be in this warehouse and we need to watch out for any dangers. Then they offered us some refreshments. They had gone to, I'm assuming, Tesco, and bought a bunch of like little sandwiches and whatnot for us to eat. So we got that for lunch there. It was pretty nice. And then started the like little tour where they took us around the warehouse floor. They divided the classroom in two, and then there were two groups. My group started by going into the warehouse, and it was fucking massive. Like immediately I was jealous because the place that I'm working at is so small, and I always feel like we're missing space and whatnot. Like we need more space for our things, and it's also just because of that kind of chaotic. We're just like, oh, like this thing doesn't fit anywhere. Let's just kind of put it on top of this thing. It's like, what the fuck? No, this that's not good. So they had a lot of space, and they also had this system that we don't have, where all of their shelves have barcodes on them, and I'm guessing that's how they kind of scan each product onto shelves, and then when they need something they just look up the product, and then they can see, okay, it's on that shelf, and then voila, they can pick it up that easily. At our workplace, we just have everything where it needs to be, and if it isn't there, it's fucking lost. It's just like, where is it? I don't know.
It's gone.
It's fucking gone. That happens a lot. It's really weird. It's like how, I don't know, if it's stuff that's inside the store, it can be kind of explained, because it's like, okay, somebody may have been like, oh, I'm stealing this and I'm taking it. But if it's like in the back somewhere and it's just gone, it's like, what happened? Where did this thing go? Are the employees stealing things?
Was stolen. Truth comes out.
The truth come out. But I also think it's just like a level of kind of the people not actually putting things where they need to be after they're done using them, whatever. That's, for the most part, what's happening. Maybe somebody returns a product and they receive, like, somebody takes it and it's like, okay, I'll put this away for later, and then they just forget about it and it sits somewhere and I don't know, dissolves. Fuck if I know.
I forgot.
But yeah, and we're walking in there. They show us like some like marketing director's room, where there's a woman who's showing us how they take like promotional pictures for all of their products. They have like this small box with a glass door on it, and inside there's a camera and a small rotating disc, and they put products on there, like smaller products, and just let them rotate while the camera automatically takes pictures every couple of seconds, every 10 seconds or so. And it takes 12 pictures of the product, and then they can use those. I noticed that their like Photoshop was automatically also just like creating PNGs of the pictures, which is like, holy fuck, that's insane. That's really good. Really, streamlines that that process. Yeah. Just like cuts it out for them. Very high quality pictures too. So, and it's all done so that they can immediately just put products that show up if there's like new products coming in. Boom, they just put them in there, take pictures, and then they're already on the website, because they don't advertise anything without it having pictures, so people can look at what they're buying and say, this is the wrong part or right part or whatever, depending on what you see, because it's all very detailed. They have pictures from all angles, and you should be able to see like what it is exactly. So that's nice.
Very nice.
There's also like shelves of products in there where it was like, oh, these are things that don't sell that much, and there was so much dust accumulating on there. I was just like, god damn, dude, what the fuck? These have not been fucking moved in years, literal years. Nobody is buying this shit. It's like, what the fuck? One of my coworkers also, there's this guy who I work with who can be kind of loud, and like he's a fun guy, but he can be loud and kind of demanding a lot of the times. And he was walking with me in the group, and he goes, do you notice how like quiet it is? Like, oh my god. And I go, yeah, man, because you don't work here. And he was just like, okay. And we make our way back out. We also saw, I guess, where they kind of, send the shipments and whatnot. And it's all really cool. Then we go into where the second group had gone, which is kind of the room where they quality test a lot of their products to make sure that they're working and up to snuff. And that was the last thing we saw before going back into the little classroom and starting the kind of quizzes that they had set up.
Quiz.
Yeah, so they had like Kahoot quizzes almost. They had like, it wasn't anything that we had just seen. I don't know how to speak. We had to take these kind of, it's Kahoot but not really Kahoot kind of quizzes where you log in on your phone, and then there's a question with, I think, 4 different answers, and you have to pick the right answer. And once you pick your answer and everybody's locked in, it reveals what the answer was, and the top 5 to answer correctly and in the fastest time, they get like a free beer and stuff. So it's really nice.
Whoa!
There's like 2 people or something that kept getting first place. Everybody else was just like struggling to get on there. I think I got on the leaderboard like twice or something. So I did also get like a free beer at one point when one of the the employees of this company was like handing them out, and he comes over and he just goes, "Oh, no, you guys are a bit dry over here, so here you go." And he handed us a beer, and I was just like, okay, cool. And then like one of my bosses goes, "Hey man, do you want like the day off on Monday?" And I was like, "You mean that?" And I hand it over, and he's like, "Yeah." And I like hand it over, and I was like, "Do you mean that?" And he's like, "No." So I just gave him that beer, and he didn't mean that. So I did not get the day off on Monday at all. Yeah, we finished the quizzes.
I would have torn them limb from limb.
I would have fucking destroyed them.
I would have gone feral.
Will Ferrell?
Will.
Yeah. I won like I think once or twice or something, and I think I only drank one of the beers I got though. It was a Peroni. The second one I got, I gave to another coworker of mine. I was like, "You want one?" And he went, "Okay." So, and then then we drove to the hotel, which was a very quaint little like kind of countryside hotel. It was old. It was nice. I don't know. I liked it. It was cozy, but it was undergoing some renovations. We had to walk like 2 or 3 minutes to get to our room, and it was like a maze. There was so many winding kind of hallways and stuff, and we were just like, how the fuck do we get to our room? What the fuck? But we found it. The worst part of it was that like the hallway where our room was, There was like this very small hallway that just reeked of, I don't know what. It smelled like there was a dead body like rotting in the walls or something. It was really fucking bad. And it started seeping into our room by like the next day. Like on Saturday when we woke up, we were just like, uh-oh, it's here. It's coming. It's like, what the fuck? So that was the worst part of that hotel, was just that smell. And I guess, finding your room, because one of my coworkers that day, in the evening we had been drinking, and he got lost. He was like, I don't know where my room is. He had to like sleep in a different room with like another coworker on their couch with a towel for a fucking blanket. So that was cool. The next thing we did after checking in and like taking a quick shower, we went to a bar, and I had myself an apple cider. So that was like what, 2 drinks that I had in that day. The Peroni, which is just like a beer. I had that at that factory, and then at the warehouse, and then the apple cider. And by that cider, I was like already feeling kind of, slightly buzzed, where my head is getting like lightheaded, and I was like, okay, I don't want to drink too much more. After the bar, we go to a restaurant across the street that's like a Thai food place. It was really nice. I liked it. And I think there I just had like an apple juice. I didn't actually have any alcohol there. But it was like a buffet paid for by the warehouse guys. They were with us the whole time. And we got like all kinds of different Thai food. It was really nice. I liked it. And then right after, we go to like a pub crawl that people wanted to go on. I only went to one of the pubs though. Ordered one of the ciders that they had there, because I don't really like the taste of beer. So I just like had a bunch of apple ciders. And I had the one there, and I was already feeling buzzed, and that already made me feel extra buzzed. And I was like, okay, I'm done. And then another coworker, that loud guy that I talked about, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I owe you one. I'm gonna buy you. What do you want?" And I was like, "I don't want anything. You want a cider?" I was like, "Fine." And he bought me a cider, and I forced it down. And then I was feeling like I was about to throw up. I was just like, "Why'd I do that? I should have just been like steadfast and said no to him." And
you know what they say: if it's clear and yellow, you got juicer, bro. But if it's tangy and brown, you're in cider town.
Yeah, you're right. I
So,
felt like,
think on that.
think on that, boys. Don't give in to peer pressure. I very much caved into peer pressure there. But then, like after I finished that one and I was already feeling awful, I was like, I just want to go back to the hotel room, and I just like kind of sat there in silence for a while everybody was talking and kind of hanging out. That guy came back with like another one without even asking. He just like put one in front of me and was like, "Here you go." And I was just like, no, I'm not drinking that. And he was just like, "Yeah, you are." And I'm just like, "Nope." And then that coworker who's my like roommate came up to me and just went, "Oh, you want to just go back to your room? You look like you're not having fun." And I was just like, "Yep." And so we just left and went to bed. So that was the first day. On the second day, he just came back. What? Or that? No, yeah. On the second day, we went to London, and so we woke up super early, me and my roommate, because we wanted to take like an earlier train to get there, because like the train started going at around, I think, 8 in the morning or something like that, and we decided we are gonna catch the 9:40 a.m. train, something like that. So we got up at 7 and had our breakfast at the hotel, which was very interesting. I've always heard about English breakfast. They had, baked beans and stuff all over there. I didn't have any baked beans. I'm not really a big fan, but I had some, toast with English bacon and some eggs, and I had some sausages, and I also tried toast with whatchamacallit. Well, okay, I did try like just a small spread. I didn't want to try too much because everyone was like, "This is disgusting." But I tried a little bit of Marmite because they had it there, and it wasn't that good. I was like, I already knew this thing's gonna suck, but you know, there's a first time for anything, and I wanted to try out Marmite, and I didn't love it. But one of my coworkers was saying that it was sucked so bad that he started eating grass or something to sort of like get the taste out of his mouth when he tried it. And I was like, okay, it was not that bad. It was bad. It's not something I want to eat, but maybe it was I ate such a small amount. Maybe that's why.
Sounds like he just wanted to eat grass, man.
He was like, "Oh, ew, this thing is so gross. Oh, I can start eating grass now."
Finally united. I'll never leave you again.
Yeah, I did have toast with marmalade, like orange marmalade. It was really good. I liked it, and
Nice.
some like apple juice that they had on
Happy
tap.
juice.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
Well, when we're walking to the train, we walk past this store that's called CEX or Sex. No, that's Computer Exchange. That's what it stands for, and that like this I had never heard of this store. I had Googled before we went to London or to the UK, like what sort of like game stores and whatnot, and movie stores, and like whatever they have over there in London. And I think I found two different kind of stores that I guess sounded like they were what I was looking for. One was just called Game. It was just all caps Game.
Game.
And the other one was called what was it? Fuck, it was like Forbidden Planet, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet.
So I had like already planned that I was gonna go to there when I was in London when I had some free time. But I was in Banbury and I saw this store that had like a bunch of old games and consoles in the window, and I was like, "What is this? I never heard of this." And there were in the last episode I talked about me buying an Xbox 360, and I went inside, and lo and behold, they had so many like old games for so many old consoles and like 3DS and whatnot, and they had the Xbox 360 games too, and I was just like, oh my god. And I really wanted to stop there for longer, but we were kind of in a hurry to catch the train, so I didn't buy anything at that point. But I was told by another coworker that, oh, they have these in London as well, like the CX store. So I was like, okay, they have sex in London. Okay, sure. So
They have what in London?
Oh, wait. Say that again?
Huh?
So we hop on the train. It was like a fucking discount for 3 people or something like that deal that we everybody took. Everybody just made sure to have 3 people when they were buying the tickets. It was really nice. And then we took an hour-long train ride where I watched a little more of the boys, while I also have my camera with me. I did take a couple pictures, but yeah, for the most part, I was just kind of just chilling. When we landed in London, we had to take the London Underground to get to
London Underground.
yeah, we had to get to another station that's like closer to where our hotel is. We were kind of staying in the central London. It was really nice. We were at this hotel. It's called the Strand Palace Hotel. It's very fancy. And we had to walk probably like 10 minutes from the station over to where the hotel is. We couldn't check in immediately because it was still super early, but we were able to leave our bags there, and then me and some guys, we go actually me and my roommate, we went, and he really wanted to check out this like pub that was right next door because he had heard about it on a different podcast. I don't know which podcast, but he's like a history buff, and it was like one of the oldest pubs in London or something like that, named after one of the wives of King Henry or something like that. And we waited 10 minutes for it to open, and then he checked inside, and it was super small, and he just goes, "Oh, this is boring. Yeah, let's leave." And I was like, okay. So we dipped, and then we joined some other guys for lunch, and we had Five Guys burgers and fries at the fucking
Five Guys.
at the corner shop. It was not good. I protested. I was like, I don't really want this, but I just went, okay, everyone's eating here, so fuck it. I'll grab this. I don't like it. I don't like Five Guys burgers and fries. They have this like reputation that their French fries are very good, but I disagree. I don't like it. The burgers were fine, I guess. They were okay, but like not the best. And their milkshake that I had, chocolate milkshake, also had this weird kind of tangy taste to it that I was like, I don't like this. It's not great. Ugh, Five Guys burgers and fries, more like Zero Guys burgers and fries.
Right.
Then we went to like this garden that was next door and sat down and had the guys had some beers while we just like chatted and just sat because the weather was really nice. It had the weather forecast predicted rains, but it didn't rain that much. So we were just like we were chilling in the sun. It was really nice. Then we walked all the way over to Big Ben, saw the London Eye along the way also. I took a bunch of pictures of the Big Ben, and then I wanted to walk further over to where Buckingham Palace is, but everyone else was like, oh, we're going to go to the mall, or we're going to go shopping, and I was like, okay, fine, and so I just skipped that. So I'll have to go back to London at some point, because I did not see Buckingham Palace at all while I was there. Only saw Big Ben, which was like really cool. I didn't even see like the London Tower, like the bridge.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're missing the most important one.
Yeah.
The mountains of London.
The mountains of London.
Did
they
you
were
see
right
that?
behind Big Ben. They were right there.
Oh, thank heavens.
They were in the background. Yeah. Thank the heavens.
Oh, thank the Lord above. Or whatever.
Oh, thank the heavens, oh might.
Oh, thank the Marmite and everything above.
Thank the Marmite above. Yeah, we're walking back like towards the hotel when I decided to like, I'm gonna go check out the CEX store that's here, because
the sex store?
It was like a 20-minute walk away. The sex store, or a 50-minute walk, I think. So I walked straight towards the sex store. I was like, I'm gonna go look at sex. While everyone else like went like towards the hotel, so I was by my lonesome. But it's okay. I'm not scared of you, London. I'm not scared of you. And I walked all the way to the CX store and looked inside, and it was really small. It was way smaller than the one in Banbury. I would have thought it was bigger because I think somebody told me they have like a really big one, but this one was just kind of small. And there weren't any games that I really wanted. They also sell movies there, but nothing that I was like, oh, I want this one. So
the movie.
I didn't buy anything that time, and I walked away. And then noticed the day after that there's another CX store very close by to that one that I just didn't check out. So I did go there. I did go there on the Sunday, but I'm also getting out of myself now. We went to another pub after I had gone to CX. So I think I started by walking back to the hotel to check into my room now, because it was 3 p.m. And by 4 p.m. we were supposed to go to this like other pub. So I just like went to the hotel, checked in. I think I took a shower really quickly, and then because it was hot, like I said, it was sunny and it was really fucking warm that day, and I was like, God damn, okay. And then we walked together, me and my roommate, because he had also like checked into the hotel, and we go to this like pub or bar that was kind of like a game bar, not gay bar, no.
Whoa! First the sex store, and now
I've never been to a gay bar. I should. But
game bar, wink, wink.
It was a game bar where they had like a bunch of TVs on, like showing like football games or whatever. So it was very fucking popular going there when like on Sunday there was a big game, Liverpool versus Manchester United. I'm not a
Lord!
big
Oh
like
Lord!
football fan. So I just like,
Oh my God!
oh,
He said the S
what did he
word.
say? Soccer for you Americans, football for the rest of the world. And I yeah, so when we were there on Saturday, we played snooker, I think it's called. It's like pool, but uh different somehow. I don't really know the rules of snooker. It just doesn't have all the colorful balls. It just has the like 8 ball, like the black one, and then it was just
Eight
whites
ball.
and oranges, and that's it. It doesn't have like the green and blue and whatever, which
Damn.
I always see when I play pool. So I was like, okay, this is weird. They also had darts. They also had some table tennis tables in another room, and they also had um something that's called shuffleboard, which was really cool.
Mm.
I'd never played that before. I liked it. Um,
Alright.
it's kind of like, you know, that fuck, what is it called? Air hockey, I guess, in English. It's the thing
Uh,
where you have like these you have this puck and you hit it on the table and it goes tick, 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 when it hits all the corners and whatnot. Tick, 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 and then you hit it in like a goal. But it you instead of hitting something, you have those things that slide, kind of like the puck,
yeah.
and you have to toss them to the other side of the table without it kind of falling off. It doesn't fall completely off the table. The table has like an indentation into it, and if it falls off, you don't get any points. But if you manage to land it really close to the edge, you get like a lot of points. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 points based on how close you get. So 4 is the highest you could
Mm.
get, and then you can try to sabotage whoever you're with, because maybe they, oh, like they landed on 4 points. Oh my god! And then you can just like go and hit theirs so they don't get any points. It was a lot of fun. I liked it.
Nice.
And I also played darts versus a guy at work who's like really good at darts, and he kicked my ass. And I played pool against, or snooker against that loud employee, because he. So we were watching 2 employees or 2 of my coworkers play that, and they were like missing a lot of their shots, and we were kind of like in disbelief. Me and this other coworker, like the guy who was like really loud all the time, was literally had the most like concerned look on his face. He looked like he was like worried for them. And then after they had done playing, like they hand him one of the cube what is it called, the cues, I think it's just called.
I think
And then the
so.
other one was just like, here you go, and they hand it to me, and I go, okay, sure, I'm not very good at this myself, but okay. And so this guy was like kicking my ass, but we both managed to get down to the black ball, like the 8 ball, the last one. And then he manages, because you're supposed to pick which hole you're going to shoot it into, and then shoot the black ball into there. You can't like hit a different hole or you lose. So you have to hit it in the one that you
Alright.
pick. And he shoots. It doesn't go in, but the white ball does. And so I win, because if the white ball goes in, apparently that's lost too. So I was just like, hell yeah, I beat him somehow. It was, even though it was like his own goal, he killed himself. So I was just like, woohoo, great.
You have won the battle royale.
Yes. Then I think we went back to the hotel because we had like 2 hours between, being at the pub and going to dinner that night. And most people just kept drinking and like went to different pubs and whatnot. But I went back to the hotel. I took another shower, and then actually, I don't think I took a shower that first time when I checked in, because we didn't have that much time. I took a shower there, because we were going to go eat at this restaurant called the Piano Works, that I had only heard was described as like, oh, like they have live music and you get to like, I guess suggest music for them to play. So I I go there with my boss, and immediately the first thing I see as we like walk up to the door, they have like a line outside, and like a uh, a bouncer, I guess, outside standing there. And we walk up to him, and my like the boss asks him, hey, like we have a table reserved, and he just goes back to the line, back of the line. And we're just like, oh, okay. But then we noticed, me and my actual kind of, so my boss, who is the owner of my workplace, he's the one who was like asking, but my boss, who is my kind of department boss, he and I noticed that somebody inside just like fainted and started like I think they had a seizure or something in the back. We just saw somebody like kind of fall over, and I was just like, what the fuck? No, 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 what's going on in here? And when we finally get inside, we wait in line for like a bit. We also get like frisked. Some guy's like standing outside like, oh, just I had to check you, and he like checks me, and then he's like also kind of like sniffing, I guess, to see if we were like super drunk or something. And then he lets us in, and I just see like all these friends like sitting around their friend who's, you know, passed out on the floor, and I was like, oh god, no, this is like awful. What the fuck? I felt really bad. And then we go inside, and it's so loud. Like we go up some stairs, and the music in there is like deafening, and people on top of that, people are singing along and like talking really loud, and I'm just like, oh, this sucks. And we had a table right next to the stage, so I was just like, oh my fucking god. Like people were dancing right next to us. And also, mind you, all of my coworkers are already piss fucking drunk. I hadn't had a drop of liquor that night. Actually, I had like one glass of cider at the pub that I went to, and that was it, which like it doesn't do anything for me. I wasn't like buzzed or anything, so I was just like, I felt really uncomfortable being there. And they were playing music so loud, and my coworkers also at some point start like standing on the chairs and like singing and dancing along, and I'm just like, oh my god. And then also this restaurant, I can't recommend it because it was so disorganized. They didn't know whose food was whose. They just like kept coming over and being like, oh, who has this one, who has this one? And it's just like, oh my fucking god, like what is happening? This is like, this sucks, this blows. And apparently my boss spent like $500,000 Icelandic on this restaurant, which is a lot of fucking money. Let me look up how much that is in like real money. Let's see.
Yeah,
so
real money.
that's like $4,000 that they spent on this restaurant. Like holy fucking shit. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, it was very hectic. One of my coworkers had like an umbrella with him because it had started raining that evening, and another coworker took the umbrella from him and started like dancing with it, and then he comes back and hands, you know, the umbrella back to the owner, and he had like broken it. It was like bent.
Motherfucker.
And the guy who owned it was like pissed off, and he threw it at some like lady who was dancing in the fucking crowd. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was overwhelmed, and I was also pissed at like everyone because I hate drunk people. I was like, come the fuck on, you guys are being fucking assholes. And that guy who threw the umbrella later, I also saw him like run across the tables, and like an employee, one of the like waiters, trying to catch him, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? What is this ape escape ass shit going on right now, man? What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
Would you rather have actual apes escaping or drunk people?
No, apes escaping. Like,
you made the right
absolutely.
choice.
Yay! Ding ding ding! I get.
Here's a net. Catch him.
Yeah, so I like dipped from that restaurant. The music was good though. The food, not so much. I didn't even get the right food, by the way. They gave me like, so everybody got like these like name cards, but it was all just like the name of the CEO, like the boss, and he was just like, I can't find your like order, what you ordered, so here you go. And he just like handed me like a thing. So I had like the main course was right, but my starter was completely wrong. I was like, fine, whatever.
What the?
So my starter was like nachos with some kind of cheese dip. It was good though. I didn't hate it. It was just not what I ordered. But for my main course, I'd gotten like shawarma chicken on like some bread, and the bread was like a fucking fossil. It was not edible at all. So I like I said, that also kind of soured the experience there. I was like, this sucks. This food sucks. Everything sucks. So at like 10 p.m., I just said, fuck this. And I went back to the hotel, like by myself. I walked there. because it was close by. And then I fucking watched The Boys. I think I watched 3 episodes or something before my roommate shows up. He knocks on the door. I was watching The Boys and I thought like it was a sound effect in the show. It sounded like it, but I was like, wait a minute, no, that's somebody knocking on the door. And he is piss drunk and won't stop like yapping until like 2 a.m. He also, I like go to the bathroom after he comes in to piss. And I come out and he's like taking his socks off and he goes, look, man, look. And his toe is like missing skin. Like his small toe, his pinky toe on, I think his left foot had like lost its skin somehow because he had, I guess, worn shoes that were too small. And then it was like blistering and it looked disgusting. I was like, what the fuck, man? In the morning, there was like a blood stain where he had been lying. I was like, man, what the fuck?
Oh, grody.
It was fucking nasty. But then on Sunday, we mostly had just like downtime to do whatever we wanted. I woke up at like 10. We went and had breakfast, me and my roommate. Then we left our bags and went shopping. So I went with like four people. One of them actually dipped halfway through our walk though. He got a phone call and went to the pub instead. But me and the guy whose toe was falling off, by the way, he was like limping the whole time. And then another coworker, we went to the other CX store and I found a bunch of different games that I bought there. I have them in front of me right now. I bought Prey for the Xbox 360, so like the old Prey, not the new one. I bought, or the newer one. It's not that new. It came out in what, 2016 or something now?
2017. Oh my god.
Oh, was it 17? Okay.
It's been 9 years.
It's been so long, yeah.
Oh my god.
I also bought Jumper, which is based on the movie Jumper. I bought Spec Ops The Line. I bought a bunch of games that I just never played, never really heard of, and I had no idea if they were good or not, but they were cheap, and I was just like, fuck it, this might be funny, and so I just like bought a bunch of things. I think I bought 7 games in total. So Jumper, Spec Ops, The Line, the Prey game. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what the other ones were. It was like Too Human. That was one of them.
Oh yeah, you bought that. I was like, whoa.
And then there was
that?
Yeah. Then there was something called like Time something, not Time Splitters. What is it? Fucking whatever.
Time
I don't have it in front of me.
Oh.
It might be that. Fuck, I don't remember. I didn't save the picture that I took of all the stuff I bought. I also bought a bunch of movies. I bought Paprika. I bought The Deer Hunter. I bought Stalker by Andrei Tarkovsky. I bought fuck, man. I bought a bunch of fucking shit, man. I also bought 3 Junji Ito books because there was like a fucking 3 for 2.
3 for 1.
Yeah.
3 for 2.
3 for 2, yeah. 3 for 2 deal. And I also bought some clothes in a Carhartt store, which was a very expensive store, but I was like, fuck it, I want to buy some drip, so I bought some drip. So, yeah, I just bought a bunch of shit. It cost a lot of money, but now I have some cool games to play that I'll be playing on stream at some point, and some movies to watch with my buddy WOLseeker, for instance. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then
I want to mention one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your first batch of like Xbox games that you got with the console, one of them was like a strategy game called Ruse.
Yeah.
And recently I saw like a article on a gaming website, and Ubisoft is bringing that back on like the PC.
Damn.
It's just like,
I have the OG.
It was just like, you know, maybe they were like watching. They saw, oh, somebody bought Ruse. Oh my god, used. We have to bring it back.
We have to bring it back. It's in demand now.
I was just like you know, what a coincidence.
That's
like,
cool.
You know, you get it on like the console, you know, and then like they bring
Coming
it back
out.
now.
Yeah.
In this day and age.
Another
wanted to bring that
thing
up.
about the Xbox, the reason why I bought it, and I talked about it last time, was like because of Nakey Jakey's video, and you know he was gonna play like table tennis on stream with like viewers. I thought he said he was gonna play it on the 5th of May. It was on the 2nd of May, so I completely missed the tournament. But I mean, I have the game now. Fucking, I'm a moron, but whatever. Yeah, but like then that day basically went into just shopping, and then I went and picked up my bags again, and we took like an hour-long train ride to get to London Heathrow, and it was like a subway ride. Pretty nice actually, and not that expensive to take the subway. You hear that, Iceland? Fucking implement that shit. Anyways, and then we we flew back to Iceland. I had the same problem again where it was like, oh, you have to scan your passport, but it just would not scan it. So I just like went and talked to somebody, and they were like, all right, you're good to go, welcome back. And then
welcome.
yeah, and then I came home at around like 1 a.m. Like my boss drove me home, and took a shower and didn't fall asleep until like 2 a.m. And then I had work in the morning. My boss even joked about it. He said, "Sjáumst á eftir," which in Icelandic is like, see you in a bit. And I was just like, God damn it, motherfucker.
Fucking shit.
This was supposed to be my day off. I gave you a beer. Fucker.
Motherfucker.
This is fucking bullshit. But yeah, that was my trip to London that I had with my work. It was like overall a pretty fun trip. I'm really happy with the stuff that I bought on Sunday. And also on Sunday, actually, because we went back, a lot of the guys went back to that pub, like with the games, and played some table tennis and whatnot. And then I was like feeling hungry, and me and 3 other guys went to like a food court that was just across the street. And at that food court, there was like this wings and chicken not tenders. What is it? I think it was chicken.
Chicken fingers, chicken fries.
Chicken fingers? No. Oh, fuck me. Why don't I remember the name of it? It's like chicken, not slides.
Parmesan.
Chicken.
Butter chicken.
Whatever. It's basically just really good chicken. Okay, there you go. There's my review of that place. I don't remember what the fuck it was called. We had really good chicken there. Or at least I did. But then another coworker saw what I was eating and went, "Ooh, that looks good." And then like I gave him a piece to taste, and he went, "Oh, the fuck, I want that." And he went and bought it. And I was struggling to finish, and I went like, "What the fuck? I can't like I'm like stuffed already." And he goes like, "Wait, how many did you get?" And I was like, "I got 3 like big ones. They're like this big of these pieces." And he just goes, "I ordered extra." So he got like 5 pieces, but he fucking slaughtered them, man. He ate that shit, no problem. I was like, God damn, holy.
Oh my god.
Let me see if I can find what that place was called. I gotta find the food court first. If I use Google Maps and I zoom in on London, let's see if I can find this. This was
the London Mountains.
We were staying like close to where Soho is. It was in Covent Garden. Soho. There was like a karaoke thing inside that game bar also, but I didn't go. I did not go to karaoke. And what the fuck was the thing called?
It was called the London Breast and Thigh.
No, it was fucking not.
Oh, my bad. I was getting it confused.
Lucky's Hot Chicken. That's what it was. Lucky's Hot Chicken.
Hot chicken. So
if you're ever in London and you want some good food, Lucky's Hot Chicken was fucking delectable. It was really good. You like order chicken.
Yeah.
And then you get to like decide the spiciness level of it and what sides you get. It was strips, chicken strips. That's the word I was looking for. That's what I ordered. So I chose chicken strips with Cajun spice level. There's like a good luck spice level. That's like the hottest one. But it was pretty good. I liked it. But yeah, holy fuck, what a long ass podcast yapping about London. Hope you guys enjoyed that. What about you, WOLseeker?
We learned a lot.
Yeah, we did. Make sure to comment down below what your favorite meat pie is. I didn't try any meat pies in London, anyways.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop the recording now. Is that okay, WOLseeker? Is that okay? Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.